right, we're back. Week 4, The Bachelor, starring Nick Viall. This is Will DeFries, sitting here next to David Ruff. What's going on, man?
Hey, Will. How are you?
I got a massive hangover from
I'm
that
very
killer
excited.
episode of The Bachelor.
Can I
last
say
night.
I'm excited for this episode? I think it had a little something for everybody.
It did. It really, really did. Dylan, how you doing?
I'm okay.
Cool.
Dude, don't lie.
I was
Cool,
walking
man.
up to the office expecting a 10 o'clock start time, and y'all just dragged me into the studio saying, like, hey, we got to run this right now. And
That's
I
just what
It
happened.
was on the
man.
calendar at 9:05.
totally caught off guard.
Yeah, most people check their calendars before
I don't
day at
think
work.
Mike. I
but-
think Mike has stopped sending me the invites.
And don't say that you're just okay when you come in wearing a brand new long sleeve T-shirt that you're Snapchatting. You're so proud of.
Yeah.
Actually, I put it on Twitter. I went straight to Twitter. Yeah,
Dude. Did you go skiing?
If
or
y'all didn't
something?
hear, I went to Vail recently. It's in Colorado. It's one of the
Vail's in Colorado.
Yeah, it's one of the nicer ski resorts there, ski resort towns. And I have this blue T-shirt that I'm wearing from Vail.
Dude, that's huge.
Nah, it's a large. It fits me well.
Big T-shirt, Dylan.
Nah, it fits.
It's a good fit. It's a good color.
Thank you.
Do you know where you can find other T-shirts and men's products?
No idea.
Probably at stores and stuff.
Also online stores, such as manoutfitters.com.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, you can.
It's January, and we've got deals everywhere. Like we've said before,
Yeah.
we're not sure how we're in business right
Deals
now.
on deals.
We're somehow making money even though we're selling things at bottom of the barrel prices.
Our deals have deals.
Mm-hmm. If you use PGP10, you get an extra 10% off of those deals.
Are you serious?
It's basically a liquidation sale, but we're not
But
closing up. We're not closing up shop. I've been promised that. So
It's a liquidation sale where we're somehow stacking paper and becoming rich. I don't know how it works.
yeah, I don't. Yeah,
I don't know either.
I don't know. I'm
Don't
not
look
an
at me.
economist. I don't know. I don't do these things.
I'm
I
not a
don't
Mac-
crunch numbers.
I'm not a macro or a micro guy.
No.
Somewhere in between.
Dave, did you get that shirt at Man Outfitters?
I did actually.
It's a Patagonia.
Patagonia.
I'm actually wearing a Man Outfitters Henley right now.
Dude, I need to get one of those or 3.
Yeah, I mean, they come in 3 different colors.
4 if you count the one we found in the bin
We
yesterday.
did, yeah. We found one in the.
What would you call that color?
This one's gray, forge gray, maybe. Not sure.
You look dope.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Very earthy.
All right. For those of you that don't know, we're doing these podcasts because last season we had some complaints that we were doing too much Bachelor talk.
Yeah, so if 5 people complain, we will do a spin-off
We'll
podcast.
pretty much do anything you want.
Yeah, so if 5 people are very vocal, then look at you guys are change.
People say that we're not a podcast of the people, but we really are. And those people are the vocal minority who complain that we do too much Bachelor talk on the regular touching base. So now we're just doing touching base on The Bachelor.
Hey, I just looked over in the trash can and noticed there's a bunch of Dos Equis from Friday's DDB podcast.
See.
They not changing in the trash? Not
I don't know.
Are they on strike?
Y'all drinking beers now?
I
Brad
recycle.
Key was hammering beers.
Are we sponsored by Dos Equis?
No.
Oh.
Hey,
Not yet.
we're open to
officially.
it. I don't know. I'm a recycle guy, so I'm not really sure why you guys would just throw those in the trash.
Have
I
you
don't-
ever
I
drank?
don't really
you ever
recycle.
drank during a podcast?
No.
Friday was
no.
my first time, and the results will shock you.
In what way?
They're just gonna shock you, man.
Did you
You
have
won't
fun?
believe what happens next.
Did you have fun?
I had a great time. I made one very stout whiskey on the rocks,
Ooh.
courtesy of Madison.
Look at you.
I got home and Alyssa, my wife, was just like, "What did you do?" I was like, "I had one drink."
That's the worst feeling when you get home from doing something you know you probably maybe shouldn't have done, and then you just get immediately called out.
Nothing's worse than one day drink.
That was the problem.
One day drink is awful.
Is the
One day
worst thing you
drink.
can do.
Get home at 5:30. We're talking about dinner, and I'm just wanting to go to bed.
It just totally depletes you.
Yeah.
You got
and
to keep going, or you
I
just got to
didn't
wait till 8 to start drinking or something.
And I did. I just had dinner, went to bed at like 10.
That's tight.
PGP.
That's the dream, dude. That's a great. That's a hell of a Friday night if I've ever heard one.
Yeah. My Saturday was pretty wild, though.
You're a wild guy.
I am wild.
The Wild Boys.
We need to save this weekend in fun though for later this week.
Yeah, if you guys are if you're new to all of our podcasts and you don't do dudes, or I guess touching base, the regular one, I
Wow, dude.
forgot where it was, man. I'm having so much fun.
You drunk again?
Maybe. Check out our regular touching base where we go through all the fun things we're going to do on the weekend.
Let me plug Backdoor Cover while we're at it.
Okay.
Bet you won't.
We got Dan back.
We did.
And
Did we really?
And he's a regular on Backdoor Cover, and I'm pretty excited about it.
Is that Dan Register?
Dan Regester. Dan Regester.
Okay, I remember him.
Is
He's
he
a
going
nice
to become?
kid.
Is he going to be on Backdoor Cover even more now?
Well, when he was here, he was on almost every episode.
Well, hopefully
if not
he-
every episode.
I remember him. He's the guy who takes a bunch of pre-workout and then comes on and just talks your fucking head off, right?
He is a talker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dan's got takes.
Dan's got takes.
Dan's got takes.
They're hot.
I bet he hates this Super Bowl. I don't want to speak for Dan, but I feel like he hates this matchup. But we'll get into that on Backdoor Cover.
Yeah,
I won't be on there.
Cover.
Yeah,
but
this
might.
This isn't
Maybe you
college
will.
sports podcast.
Maybe I
Bring
will
the
be.
doghouse back.
Bring the doghouse back, baby.
All right, should we get into this week's Bachelor?
Yeah, we should.
I mean, that's why we're here.
We've said this before. I'll say it again. Again, this was the week of Corinne. The world revolves around Corinne right now.
Well, she's the big draw.
She is.
There's
She's the
always
Conor McGregor.
someone they use like this.
Mm-hmm. I'm fine with it being her right now.
Chad, the Bachelorette.
Yep.
He
She showed
was-
some
he was a
Chad
Corinne.
qualities last night.
Yeah.
I've got a note. I think she's depressed.
Corinne?
Nobody sleeps that much. I know they're doing it up for,
I have a
show, but
I
come
have the
on.
complete opposite theory of you.
She's very happy.
I think she's a genius.
She's
who
on
has
Cymbalta.
She has a complete grasp on life.
Oh.
Geniuses have weird sleeping patterns. Corinne also has a weird sleeping pattern.
What about her behavior would suggest that she's a genius?
Well, she's getting the most FaceTime on television. How many other girls can you name? Girls were getting eliminated that I don't even think I've seen before.
A lot of people were saying she's a star boy.
Okay.
Literally, no one said that.
I don't think anyone said that.
What's that mean?
She's in all of these girls' heads. No one owns more real estate in all the girls' heads than Corinne.
That's true.
They're more
Very
focused
true.
on her than they are on Nick. And that's probably part of her game plan.
Yeah. No, it's smart. Divide and conquer.
The guy who does our recap, Crick Watson, noted last night that she was just eating lunch meat off of a tray at the end of the episode, which is very Chad-esque.
Okay, the person who takes on this role, the villainous role,
Mhm.
who just pisses everyone off and is, I'm here for Nick only, I'm not here to make friends. That person never, ever wins.
No.
Never. And she knows that. She has to know that.
Mm-hmm.
Just
I think it's
something to
better
keep
if
in
you, I
mind.
think it might be better if you don't win. I think your life is going to pan out more fun if you lose.
And hey, maybe she
Take
doesn't.
advantage of it.
Maybe
and
she
then find
doesn't
someone
actually
else.
want to win.
Yeah, what happens
Some of
if
the guys,
you win?
some of the girls even called her out for it. It's like, are you even here? Do you even want to get married?
Well, she's 20. Dude, I keep forgetting. Nick's
23.
36.
She's
Yeah.
23. She's a little firecracker, likes to drink.
Firecracker's right. That's a
runs a-
good way to describe
Runs
her.
a multi-million-dollar company.
What
She
kind
needs
of
to stop
firework
saying
would she
that.
be?
She needs to stop. She'd be.
It's a little M90, little M80,
No. Come on, dude. She'd be one of the ones that.
like a fountain.
She'd be one of the ones in the sky that explodes and then has the tails that like glitter down.
Artillery shell.
I don't.
Man, this
I don't
coffee is
know too
going
much
right
about
now.
this.
Just going. Goes.
Hashtag coffee.
Yeah.
All the girls
I'd
hate
cold
Corinne,
brew.
and they made it known last night. Or they actually ended the last episode with the girls complaining about her to Nick, and then they picked up with that right before the rose ceremony. Doing a post-pool party rose ceremony is just savage.
Yeah,
I didn't like that move.
I didn't either.
And the fact that they tried to make people think that Corinne was going home was just stupid. Like, you can
You
pull
know
me
she's
any
not
way,
going
Chris
home.
Harrison, but I know Corinne's not going home.
I was bummed to see Kristen go home.
Was Kristen the one?
Oh, that your girl?
That's the girl who looks like 5 girls I went to college with.
Yeah.
the chill girl.
Very chill.
Kristen was probably the most chill on the show.
She would be a nice girl to have in your group of friends.
Brittany also
Not
went
a
home.
bombshell,
I don't know
though.
anything about Brittany.
Not a bombshell, very sweet girl. Good, pretty girl. I'm sure she'll be happy to know that I said that.
Well,
But
Dylan,
yeah, just a nice girl.
Dylan, you've gone on record saying this is the ugliest cast of all time.
Maybe even by far. The best looking one
Man.
is between Danielle M. Is she the blonde one?
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, the short hair?
Really?
Tia Leone?
Between her and
Whoa.
well, both Danielles.
Hold up, Watts.
Vanessa is definitely one of the prettiest ones, but this is the ugliest cast I've ever seen.
Dude, I know you're
Wow.
colorblind, but like
This is I don't
this
support
is next level.
After
crazy.
what just went on Saturday throughout the country, I just can't support you in
God.
this take, man.
Oh God. Okay, sorry. I love
it's
women.
just Dylan against what 5.3 million women.
Hey,
At least.
I support women.
At least.
I don't know. Brittany was the other one that went home. Couldn't come up with a picture in my head of her right now if
Yeah.
I tried.
Brittany.
She got zero FaceTime the whole show.
No clue who she is.
I don't remember. She didn't move the needle for anyone.
Her candle burned out long before her. No, it didn't. It burned
She's
out right
alive,
at the
though.
appropriate time.
Yeah.
She is alive. I don't know. This entire fucking episode took place in the beautiful Wisconsin.
Yeah, they flew. Well, yeah, they didn't start out there. When they announced that that's where they were going,
they had to do
too thrilled
They had
about
to do
that.
another take on that. They were like, they got Wisconsin, and they were like,
Yeah.
what? And then they were like, okay, guys, we need to run this back.
They're expecting to go to like Dominican Republic, be on the beach. They
Well,
went to Wisconsin.
Chris Harrison told Yahoo.
Sandals, Jamaica.
Chris Harrison told Yahoo that they were originally supposed to go to Kiowa Island in South Carolina, but because there was a Category 5 hurricane, they had to switch things up and roll to Wisconsin.
It never even made landfall. Sorry.
You don't
just pointing that.
You
out.
don't go there and
you don't
play some
test
golf.
Mother Nature.
Hey, great
Dude,
golf.
Kiowa,
there.
great golf. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Charleston
Chris Harrison
National.
was probably the most bummed out of anybody. He was probably just going to take some
know
downtime
he-
and go low.
Oh yeah,
dude.
you gotta go low.
You know that dude. That dude's working on a scratch handicap
Yeah.
as much as he plays.
Instead, he's like Googling like how far to like Whistling Straits. Like, come on.
Yeah. Might have had better weather up there though. Summertime, Wisconsin.
It looked beautiful in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Like when they were there. Did you see how? Well, I don't know. The little montage they did of the girls actually traveling. There's no way they were that excited. They were also like flying coach, which is kind of bullshit if you ask me. What?
You know.
You think
Check
ABC's
your
gonna
privilege.
sell out?
Hey,
you think they have PJ money in the budget for this?
they should. Who do you think's paying
That's
the bills over at
actually-
ABC
you know-
right now?
How many girls were left? Less than 20, right? So they could have done the PJ. Depending on.
They could have done a PJ.
If there's only 12, dude, you can get those on a Gulfstream. Trust me.
There's 14 girls left.
I've never been on a PJ before, Dave. Unlike you, I know you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, you live
They
there.
used to call me PJ Carlissimo
No, they didn't.
because I used to fly private. That's why.
No one ever called you that.
No one called you that, man.
All right, what else?
I don't know. Do we have anything on Nick's little coffee date with his parents? His mom had the
Is his dad cross-eyed?
His dad might be cross-eyed. But you see where Nick gets all his mannerisms from.
Yeah.
It's his dad.
Yeah.
I feel like you gotta have a cross-eyed guy in your squad, like just one.
Just one.
Yeah,
Just to make people question, like, what's up with this dude?
just like this is kind of a wild card squad over here. They got a cross-eyed guy.
His mom had the token, I'm going to need to talk to your manager haircut. Like, terrible haircut. They were like crying in the fucking coffee shop, too. They need to chill out a little bit.
You think they were drinking cold brew?
Nah, man.
No, dude.
They're not even there yet.
He can't handle cold brew.
Nah.
I did enjoy the fact that his dad said, like, we really don't want to see you on this show again. Like, please find somebody.
By the way, the
Yeah.
last time I wore these shorts in this studio, the camera, I feel like it caught some moose knuckle a little bit, so I gotta be careful.
Well, yeah, to pull the curtain back a little bit, the camera just kind of defaults to our crotches sometimes.
A lot of crotch shots.
It does tend to go to the crotch.
I don't get it.
It's Perv Micah back there just working the camera angles,
Micah does get pervy.
zooming in.
I don't know.
Yeah, especially after last week.
Anyway, sorry, I kind of get off.
Pervy Micah.
That's probably why Spencer didn't want to do the podcast.
Oh, because Micah's a pervert.
Yeah, we actually had a guest lined up. A lot of people like it when we have a female guest on, and we do too. And we had Spencer lined up. She works with us. She's a designer, and she legit strained a rib muscle working out. She said it hurts to cough or laugh, and so she couldn't do the podcast.
That's really the reason?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And we have so many jokes on this podcast that
Yeah.
she couldn't bear coming on for
Because
fear
we're
of
so
laughter.
funny.
Yeah, we'd have her in stitches.
Literally.
Huh.
So
Hope that wasn't.
thoughts and prayers.
Hope
to
that wasn't a
Spencer.
cop out, and she legitimately has issue.
No, she went to in our building. There's like a chiropractor or something up
Oh,
above.
Dr. Bob.
Yeah, she went and hit up Dr. Bob today.
Is she in athleisure today?
Always.
It's a work
That's what
day,
Spencer
isn't it?
does.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah, I do too.
Let's see.
Did y'all notice this? I brought it up a little bit before the podcast, but did he kind of start talking weird when he went home? Like mouth a little bit more shut because he might have been a little bit nervous? I don't know. He kind of started talking like Little Nicky.
We know that he does not move his jaw when he talks.
He's a mumbler. I did
he'd
notice
be a-
this, though, Dave.
He'd be a great ventriloquist.
Okay.
If he put in a little effort.
Micah.
Jesus, Micah.
Micah.
What did Micah just
Was
do?
that from laughter? Of all the jokes, Micah laughs at the ventriloquist one.
Hey,
That wasn't-
And
the
spills
ventriloquist
coffee.
joke fucking slays.
God. Jesus.
That should be a group date.
What?
They go to Jeff Dunham's school of ventriloquists.
Well, I hope they don't bring the Russian girl because I still can't understand her.
I'll tell you what, she's
Wait,
not.
Astrid? Or the other one.
Christina.
Oh yeah.
I like her because she's like, you know, clearly as a either Eastern European or Russian, whatever, comes from a long line of like people who've toughed it out.
Yeah.
She's not putting up with Corinne's shit.
No, she's there and she's clear about what she wants, and I like it.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, "Oh, this girl's not going to make it far at all." But the more I see Christina, the more I really enjoy her.
I like her too. She is not. Y'all were about to ask this. She's not my power player of the week, though.
Okay.
Can we talk about the run-in? And I do air quotes.
Well, this is
Nick
after
had?
this is after
Oh,
quite
the ex?
possibly the most mail-it-in solo date of all time with Danielle L.
Which one was that? Oh, yeah.
where they were
yeah.
making cookies and the cookies were talking to each other.
Well, there's not that much to do in wherever they're from.
You think it's because they had to switch locations
Definitely.
quickly?
Definitely.
So they had to plan
Like,
something different.
They were probably going to do something as cool as, like, I don't know, maybe free falling in a plane, whatever the hell they did with Vanessa.
Honestly, they may
Instead,
as well
they
have just
made
gone to
fucking
Subway.
cookies.
They should have just gone to Subway and made sandwiches.
I'm surprised.
It would have moved it more for me.
As a former sandwich artist, do you think that would have been a good solo date?
Yeah, because the cookie thing, what was that? I didn't even remember what it was till you just told me.
Yeah, dude, it was the worst date I've ever seen.
Bad date.
And the ex just sitting there in the little coffee shop or whatever, just by herself at the window
Mic'd
as
up.
they walk by, mic'd up. Hey, come on in.
By the way.
Come on, ABC.
And there happened to be a camera sitting right on that perfect corner where he was walking and, like, all of a sudden caught her. It's like, come on.
Oh, and it was his ex of like 3 or 4 months. That's not really even an ex-girlfriend. That's
If
just
you
like,
dated someone for 3 or 4 months, like, you weren't actually dating them.
yeah, like y'all just hung out for a little bit and then now you're not.
Yeah, they were just chilling.
Yeah.
Like,
But
there's been several girls that Nick has dated for, like, 3 or 4 months.
what are your thoughts on her? She seemed nice.
She seemed cute too.
Oh, yeah.
Is that your? That's not your power player, is it? No.
That would have been cool.
Not my power
That would have been
player.
cool. That would have been a real wild card for us.
What if she
What if she
yeah.
comes back next episode? It's like, by the way, I want you back, and she's on the show.
That'd be awesome.
Damn.
That would be a shocking.
I'd be
plot
all for it.
twist. No, she was nice though.
Dave, what was after that you wanted to touch on?
I don't know. No, I really don't remember. That was what I wanted to touch on.
Oh,
the
it
ex
was
thing.
okay, I'm sorry. It was her. It was the ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
That run-in was just painful.
Hey, how is septum piercing girl still there?
Not sure, but she milks the hell out of some fucking udders.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
how she's still there.
Have you guys ever
Is that the
milked a
group
cow?
date? I have not.
I've never met the cow. No,
I don't.
I've never been on a dairy farm.
Her giving Nick flack for not milking the cow well, like, that seemed kind of weird to me. Like, I have no clue what to do, and the way she was doing it, like she had done it before. She was like rolling her hand or something. I don't know.
I think she was playing the I've milked tits before
milked
angle.
things.
Like
that's true.
because
I forgot she's
She's a
bisexual.
bisexual, so she knows her way around a pair of breasts. I think that's what she was getting at.
If that's the
Is
hill,
that how it works?
if that's the hill she's gonna die on, she's not gonna make it that far in this competition.
I think that's what she was going for.
Yeah. I was just thinking like logistically. Okay.
I've never milked anything, so I'm not sure.
I've never milked a human or a cow breast before. Udder.
That's the name of our new podcast, Milking Humans.
We did get a request yesterday for doing now we have oysters, clams, and cockles being the prestige television.
What are they
podcast.
doing over there?
I don't even know what prestige means.
Wait, that's
But
what
like-
they call it?
Yeah.
No,
So-
give me a break.
So
Yeah,
I
we'll
think
stick to the
we
wall.
need to start doing the trash television podcast where we got a request last night on Twitter from somebody saying that we need to do the challenge this year.
Oh, that is the best show on
because
TV.
CT's back again, and I have to agree with them.
Wait, when does it start?
I don't know.
I think very
The trailer
soon.
dropped yesterday.
Okay, that's what we have to do.
Like,
Obviously.
I like the challenge more than I like the Bachelor.
You know what's sad though? The challenge doesn't get as much love as it should. It's not nearly as popular as a Bachelor, Bachelorette. Obviously, very popular shows. The challenge is fantastic television. Not many people watch it.
It's underrated in the sense that it's been on. I don't even know how many seasons there've been of it, but it's a long running show.
Like if you don't know who CT is, we can't be tight. We
No.
can't be boys.
No.
Well, CT's like the last like personality for me, like who was watching those shows. Like he's the last one I remember because I stopped watching MTV altogether.
That's
like, shortly
unfortunate for you.
thereafter.
I respect how you quit watching MTV, but you can't just up and leave the challenge.
The challenge
it's
is
an
amazing.
outlier.
Season 29 of the challenge,
29?
Invasion of the Champions,
Yeah,
begins Tuesday, February 7th.
I just got goosebumps.
Micah, put that on the calendar. We need
see
to
about it.
we need to at least touch on the first episode. That's obviously going to be great. The first
How do we
episode,
do this?
much like The Bachelor, the first episode of the challenge is always awesome because they just go to their house, get blasted, and then everyone's hungover for the first actual physical
I'm gonna
challenge.
put a poll on Twitter and ask the people if you watch the challenge.
Got to give the people what they want.
I want to see how many people watch it.
You guys are excited for that. You know what I'm excited for?
What?
Talking about Chris Lane.
Okay. The Bachelor needs to stop dancing on stage.
They've got to stop putting total turd acts up on stage and then making this poor bastard go up there with a girl and just awkwardly, whatever that was, the sway dance.
Was he with Danielle? Was that Danielle again?
Yeah.
That's 2 episodes in a row that they've had to weirdly dance with each other on stage.
Yeah, she's going to leave the show eventually. You can't put a girl through that multiple times, especially with Chris goddamn Lane.
That's embarrassing.
Get out of here.
Had you heard of Chris Lane before the episode?
No.
I hadn't either.
I had heard of him, but
We get it, Dylan.
not because I like his music. I just I got my ear to the streets.
Where all my Chris Lane fans at?
But this is obviously someone who is not a big name yet, but then they pay ABC to make an appearance.
Yeah.
Right? That's what's going on here.
Well, I mean,
He's like, I want to grab that Bachelor crowd.
they either get upcoming people or they get people that are just in the graveyard of their career.
Chris Lane paid
Dude,
for that.
I
I guarantee you.
Backstreet Boys was a great get. They were great. They were perfect amount of nostalgia and it was a good date.
It was better than they had Casey and JoJo on a couple seasons
And here's
ago.
the difference between
dude, all my life.
between the Backstreet Boys and Chris Lane. They paid the Backstreet Boys. Chris Lane paid them. Guarantee that's how it
It's
works.
true. It's true. Fuck Chris Lane. That was awful.
He's terrible.
I wish we had time to just kind of browse his catalog on here and just rip some of his songs. Because if you look him up,
Look at his album cover picture. His hair, it's really tall. He's not a.
If Chris
It's-
Lane wants to come on the podcast, he's welcome, but we're probably going to roast you for sucking.
Oh, you'll get roasted.
Twitter user Dave Ross 20 tweeted at me, "Huge get for the Bachelor franchise." I don't know why I thought that was so funny.
It's just such an awful guest.
Did y'all see Jerry Rice's tweet?
No.
I retweeted this just out of the blue. What's happening on the hashtag The Bachelor? What?
Jerry Rice has, I mean,
What's going on with Jerry?
he's the greatest receiver of all time, yes?
Without question.
Not named 88 playmaker Michael Irvin, but yeah, continue.
He's no Calvin Johnson.
Yeah.
Calvin Johnson retired too early. He would have overtaken Jerry Rice.
No.
Okay, this is really upsetting. I know it's early. 37 votes in. 92% do not watch the challenge.
Who would have thought?
Well, it's early.
It's early.
And that sounds like fake news anyway.
This is not news. It's a poll.
Yeah, 1% in. I never understood how
We're not done talking about Chris Lane, Mike.
Yeah, Michael, hold on. We can't toss yet. I mean, that's 1% of the vote. That's on election night when they have 1% in and they just call it. I've never understood how they do that.
Well, it's because they can predict certain districts. It's like this one went until this year, by the way.
No, this year, I mean,
Wow.
the predictions went out the window.
Lamestream Media took a major L.
If y'all haven't
And
heard,
Micah,
Donald
too.
Trump won the presidency this year. That was shocking news.
Yeah. I predicted it, though. I'm not going to say I was happy or sad. I'm not going to give you an opinion one way or the other because I'm so vanilla. But I did predict it a few weeks before.
Oh, you've given your opinions.
Yeah, I think everybody knows.
Yeah. All right, let's toss it.
Micah wants a hard toss.
Mike is freaking out right now.
Mike, I'm about to toss you out the window if you don't chill.
Oh, shit. Oh. Got him.
Are you sick and tired of hearing super white, sad old men bitch about fajitas and miatas while discussing the recent Bachelor episode? Then head on over to the Inside TFM podcast. I'm Jake Goldman, and I'm joined here with my co-host, Jared Borslow.
You won't find Will DeFreeze on this podcast. That guy's a bitch.
What a boner! Yeah, so if you want to hear something relevant to people not over the age of 35, why don't you come on over to the Inside TFM pod?
Subscribe on iTunes.
Hey, you looking for a new podcast? Give Dudes Doing Business a shot. We are a business podcast. We give you insight into what we're doing here at the company, but we also bring in people from the outside, some third-party folks to come on and talk to us because business is a sport, as a wise man once said.
That was you, right?
That was not me, but it may as well be because I've adopted it as my moniker.
There you go.
It's my life now.
Fresh out of school, stuck in, cubicle purgatory, no matter where you're at. We're just business without buzzwords. So I think we might improve that commute of yours just a little bit.
Dudes Doing Business. Check us out on iTunes and SoundCloud.
Hello, I'm Ross Bullen, and I'm here to tell you about our sports podcast called Backdoor Cover, hosted by myself and Dylan Chivalry.
What's up, Billy?
How you doing, Dylan?
Fantastic.
Great. If you like sports or you have a gambling problem of some kind, we are probably the podcast for you. Again, the name is Backdoor Cover. We're on iTunes and SoundCloud. Every week we talk about the biggest stories in sports, pick some games. We talk about life.
We just have a lot of fucking fun.
We do. We have a great time. Hit us up, Backdoor Cover.
Okay, now that we're back from the promo, Dave is going to do us a dramatic reading of a Chris Lane
I just wanted
super
to
hit.
interject here, Will, because she got a smile that makes your worst day feel like it's your birthday. She's got a laugh like confetti, would change her name if she'd let me. She's got a way of changing the game. The way that you play is never the same. Ride around, windows down, yeah, with the radio. Drop your plans, drop $1,000. Hell where the money goes. She make you want to fight for her. She make you want to die for her. Yeah. She make you want to fall, make you want it all, make you want to call. She make you want to die for her.
Fuck.
That's real.
I mean, that's a lyricist right there.
This dude's dropping $1,000 on this girl?
Dude, that's $1,000.
That's a stack, isn't it?
That's stack.
That's thick.
What's really disheartening is this guy probably just makes stacks. Like he's just sitting on.
I guess if I like a girl as much as he likes this girl, apparently, I would probably drop $1,000 on her as well.
That's from his hit. I think he played this one last night, For Her.
Man, he would truly do anything for her.
She turns my cool into disaster. Heart is pumping faster. She's head to toe, body and soul, so beautiful. She don't even know.
Wow. You really started getting like a rap vibe to you at the end of
You
this.
don't even know.
Well, that's what it is. I'm dying now.
Do we want to talk about the second worst date on the show? To the poop farm?
I think we kind of have to.
I do too. I think that's
Top
kinda why
5
we're here.
all-time mail-in dates in Bachelor history.
Probably top 2 all-time mail-in
bad.
dates. Actually, I'd rather go to a farm than that stupid track and field date last week.
Well, what I liked was that he goes, yeah, so growing up, we had a friend, and they lived on a dairy farm, and I went there a couple times.
Yeah, he was like, I'm like more of a city guy, but
Yeah.
I guess we're going to go to this farm.
I'm going to shut my mouth and start talking.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm doing.
We need those cattle. The cattle needed more airtime, in my opinion. Like the baby cows.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I got to go back to...
Those are called calves,
Calves.
by the way.
I got to go
calf.
back to Danielle. I completely forgot this.
Okay.
The dress.
No, not even the dress. She has the most annoying fucking laugh I've ever heard.
Oh,
Blonde Danielle.
I didn't notice that.
The one... No.
Hispanic Danielle? Is she Hispanic?
I think she appears to be.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that once you hear it, you can't unhear it. It was awful last night.
Is this the one that Sally tweeted about?
Yeah, we were sitting there.
on it.
We were sitting there last night, and the second I said her laugh is overboard, we were both freaking out.
I noticed this too.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I noticed this too, and
Oh.
it seemed to me that the producers were piping in additional laughs.
They were.
When they cut away from her. Like when the date first started, she was all giggles, and then after every sentence, they'd cut to the river, and there'd be additional giggles.
Yeah, they would put more
They were
laugh in.
and it was a very annoying laugh.
I don't know why they were doing that. Sorry, I had to go off topic.
Would
there.
you say that she's got a laugh like confetti?
What does that even mean?
Yeah,
Like,
what
does
does
a
that
laugh
mean?
like confetti?
I don't know if they thought that
You're
through.
just trying really hard to force a
If
rhyme
a girl
there.
started laughing and confetti just flew out of her mouth, I'd be really freaked out.
How do you do? I'm just trying to imagine what that sounds like.
Would change her name if she'd let me.
To what? Why? If you like this girl so much, why would you change her name?
I think the implication's marriage.
But
he shouldn't-
Is he
You know what,
implying that he would take her last name?
No, he would change her name, so he would give.
Oh,
she would
he
take
would
his.
her
Which
name.
it's 2017. He shouldn't assume that she's going to take his last name.
That's
true.
true.
But he said if she would let him.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I mean,
he
at
is
least he
just-
did that.
Yeah.
it
He's
would
a
be-
gentleman about it, at
Yeah,
least.
Chris Lane,
If
pro
nothing
women's
else,
rights.
he's a gentleman.
Good for him. Speaking of,
Laugh like confetti.
oh fuck. All right. So on this date, it was Rachel, Alexis, Vanessa, my girl, Jasmine, Jamie. Jamie spells her name Jaimi.
Is that septum?
She needs to go.
That's Septum Girl.
Okay, that's the one who was just boasting about how she can milk a udder.
She got the straightening iron out for one of these dates.
She looked better.
She looked better with super straight hair.
I got to say, as a general rule, off topic, I apologize, but no matter how good the piercing looks, you should never get your septum pierced because you have to say it's your septum. You should never have to explain to someone that it is your septum.
Well,
It's a
plus
bad-
plus it looks terrible.
Well, it does look terrible.
I've never seen a
correct.
septum piercing that I like. They all make me feel
It's
pain.
aggressive.
It makes me feel weird.
Septum is 2 letters away from septic.
Mhm.
Septic equals doo-doo.
Wow, I didn't think of that.
Wow.
So maybe
And
don't
speaking
pierce
of
that.
doo-doo, they were shoveling hella doo-doo.
Lot of doo-doo,
Except for
feces.
Corinne.
It was called poopy.
It was
Corinne
really
said
runny.
the word poopy probably a dozen times in the span of about 20 seconds.
Why was the poop so runny? Those cows aren't being
Yeah, they
fed
need to
very
check out
well.
those cows' diets.
Yeah.
I don't normally like shovel poop, but that did look runny.
You think those were free range cattle?
Gotta think they were.
Also, were they antibiotic free?
Not sure.
Because that's all I support.
Not sure.
Meat, so,
Yeah, I don't know, Dave.
I'd assume they were
I'll
grass
find
fed.
out.
There were a lot of fields.
yeah, grass-fed beef is.
Now,
the
these are
only
dairy
beef.
cows now. You gotta remember.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. We're not going to be eating those.
They stay out the slaughterhouse. Do they?
You know, I think they might have just said that because I bet those cows got afterward.
Do dairy cows go to the slaughterhouse ever, or they just die of old age after they just put out hella milk?
They put them in like nursing homes, and then they just kind of live out their last years there.
Really?
Yeah, based on what I've seen in studies.
And that's
Micah, do you
interesting.
know? Do dairy cows go to the slaughterhouse? Let's find out. I'm interested.
It wouldn't surprise me if Micah had some weird stance against milk.
I have a good friend of mine, Eugene. Shouts to Eugene. He says I look like a cow. My face is very cow-like.
You got that flat face?
They're not flat faces. What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know.
Do I have cow face, Dave?
I guess. I don't.
Cows are hella cute, so it's whatever. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if people think cows are that cute, do they?
No, yeah, they do. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Hmm.
The girls tried to stage an intervention with Corinne to tell her that she's a bitch.
Here we go.
Here goes Micah.
Nearly
Micah.
all cows used for dairy in the U.S. are eventually slaughtered for human consumption.
Good. I
Hell
was gonna
yeah.
say.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
You can't let all that meat go to waste.
Mhm.
Factory farming, baby. What?
We can't rep factory farming on the podcast.
Can I point?
man.
Can I
It's not a
point-
good look.
Can I point something out though? The way that she moves is like a soft glow, flicker of a candle.
Wow.
That's how it goes.
That's poetry.
That is poetry.
Damn, Chris Lane.
She make you want to die for her. Yeah.
Save some ass for the rest of us, man.
Yeah, dude. Chill, bro. I got a family. So what happened?
I don't fucking know. The girls decided to talk to her about how she needs to change her tune because the other girls are mad, which if I were Corinne, I would have been like, I don't really care if you guys are mad at me. I'm not really here to impress you. I'm not here to make friends.
I told you that person never does well, though.
I don't care. Doesn't matter.
All right.
Her time is now, and she needs to strike while the coals are hot.
You want a girl who gets along with other girls, no matter, the environment that they're in.
No, Corinne doesn't want to get married. Corinne's she knows that she's too
She's
young.
on the wrong show. Then
She's trying to get famous.
She needs to go on the challenge.
No, she's doing. Oh my God,
She
If
would
they
kill
did-
it.
dude. If they did a Bachelor challenge episode where they put Chad against CT, it would be the most watchable thing I've
Chad
ever
and
seen.
CT?
It would be
That's television.
so good.
That's big.
Corinne would get murked if she was on the challenge. Though.
CT would murder Chad, though.
Yeah,
I think so.
CT is an animal.
I've never seen somebody overtake CT, so I'd have to assume that he would take Chad.
Chad's
out.
a little bit younger.
Yeah, but CT's kind of ageless.
By the way, at
true, he doesn't
301
age.
votes tallied, 83% do not watch the challenge.
Some say that's a problem. If you want to base an entire podcast around it, I see that as an opportunity.
Maybe they'll start. A lot of people don't watch The Bachelor, but they listen to this podcast.
We're ground floor.
We're GF.
We can get people in the game.
Are we going to get to Raven?
Okay. Yes.
Can we just talk Raven right now?
Dave,
I will.
that would be so Raven of you to talk it.
I'm not going to delay this. She is my power player of the week.
She had to be.
And you knew this. Everybody saw this coming from the moment she strapped on those blades.
Oh, God.
Which a lot of people didn't notice this. There's shots of her in blades and shots of her in quads. I'm wondering what happened there.
I don't know.
I prefer a girl in quads, but when I saw her in blades,
Hold on,
she was
time
rocking
out.
the hell out of them.
What are blade? I thought a blade was just a standard roller blade.
It is.
Blade is in
And then
line.
It's a
quads.
quad.
Quads is slang for roller skate.
Oh.
Yeah.
When you say, I thought you meant like a 4-wheel rollerblade.
Oh yeah. So she had on like the
Standard
some
skates.
Blade Runners or whatever those fuckers were, and then at some point she went ahead and rented some skates.
Okay.
Okay, I have a question. This is not about Raven. This is about Nick. Did I miss something as to why he is so good on skates? He was soaring.
He was good.
Most people would struggle a little bit. He looked like he had been doing this for years.
Maybe he has a blader background like Dave.
Yeah, he
It's
might
true.
have. I can. Yeah, I've never heard
My
in, like,
prediction
the
that-
skater community. I've never heard about Nick, but he could have been one of those guys that just never got discovered.
My prediction that he was a soccer guy was spot on. Last week.
Did you see when they were in goal? One of those little girls just fired a missile at his head. It came like I had to go back. I should have vined it, but R.I.P. Vine.
Oh, you can still vine.
There was a rocket that it was close to the head. He almost took one to the dome.
Well,
that was a good date. It was kind of awkward though.
I mean, if you're Raven and you're sitting down with that little girl, like, of course the little girl's going to like you. You're on TV.
Who, Bella?
Yeah.
His sister, right? It's his sister?
I don't even know.
Bella, yeah, it's his little sister. Bella means beautiful
That's true.
for the folks at home.
Is that an Italiano?
See,
Bellagio.
KC.
Bellagio means beautiful lake. Surprised you didn't know that.
No, I'm not surprised. I don't know any Italian. I've never been to Italy, nor have I ever spoken Italian.
You ever been
God,
to Firenze?
swine.
I know.
Piece of crap.
That date was, I don't know, it was something. I don't know why either of them shredded so hard, but I respect the hell out of it.
We got some good insight into the mind of Raven in her past when she let the world know that she has, in fact, committed, at a minimum, misdemeanor assault. With
That was a good story.
She took one girl's heel and beat her with it.
She beat him with it.
Him with it, sorry.
I
Was
think
it
she was,
him?
I think she was throwing punches at her as well, but the heel situation was at him.
Did she need to go into the detail that she went into in regards to what was happening?
But how she saw her vagina?
And that she saw him on top of her thrusting? I don't think we needed that. Just say that they were in bed
I
together.
appreciated it.
Just say that he was.
I wanted the
pumping.
visual.
Just say he was doing the pump. That's what she
How would
could-
you just say it? Like he was inside of her? He was on top of her? What?
in the act? You could say.
Yes, they were.
He was humping?
They were making love.
They were
They-
doing a sexual act.
They probably weren't making
She
love
kicked
because it
the door
sounded like
in.
he
That's-
met her at a.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's tight. She's the one from Arkansas.
Yep.
She's a country girl.
Woo
We
pig
should have
suey.
we should have seen this from a long way away.
Yeah, of all the girls on the show, I think she's up there and most likely to have used a high heel as a weapon.
Yeah, yeah. In the power rankings of girls most likely to use high heels as weapons, she was number one.
Her accent goes in and out, by the way. She always has it.
It does.
Sometimes it's really strong.
It does.
And sometimes it's just faint.
That's what happens with thick accents, though.
I like her. We're going to see a lot
I
of
like
her
her
on
much
Bachelor.
more
so, too.
after this episode.
I think
Much more.
I didn't think she was going to make it that far after episode 1, but she's proven that she's here for it.
Yeah.
Then there was a cocktail party where Corinne decided to sit Taylor down underneath a blanket and roast her.
The blanket thing, that whole dynamic, you usually don't share a blanket with someone you're about to roast.
That's why Corinne is the evil genius that
She's a
she
wild
is.
card.
She brings you in and thinks that you guys are
Yeah.
going to be friends, and then she
Made
just
you
throws you up
comfortable.
against the wall and yells at you.
She ended up getting roasted, too, though.
Corinne?
Yeah.
She did, but she didn't really give a fuck. She was
called
unfazed
Taylor
by
on
the
shit.
roasting.
Taylor, I like Taylor. She does have an air about her that, she's the clinical, what is she, psychiatrist? Not a psychiatrist. She's some kind of mental health counselor. And the way she was she was doing like a psychoanalysis of Corinne.
Mm-hmm.
Very condescending and maybe deserved, but she got it a little bit.
She was
gave
straight
it.
up calling her a moron.
Yeah,
her
she didn't
face.
want to say it. Just say, look, you're a dumbass.
Yeah.
You don't really run a multi-million-dollar company.
No, I mean, when she pretty much told Corinne that she was a dumbass, Corinne did fire back and say, I run a multi-million-dollar company.
Which, come on.
Corinne's one episode away from saying, do you know who my father is?
Let's be honest. She's not making any big-time decisions in that company.
No.
How has no one told Corinne to check her privilege?
That's true.
Someone needs to tell
That's
her
amazing that no one's told her that.
She is like the poster child for that.
Yeah, definitely. It's very surprising. I feel like that was taped in the heyday of Check Your Privilege too.
I don't know the spoilers or anything, but I'm hoping that we get a hometown date with Corinne. I want to see
Oh,
that
that would
family
be
dynamic.
phenomenal.
That
That'd be
family
phenomenal.
dynamic has got to be just.
Well, she
lit.
lives at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we all assume
With
at
her
this
nanny.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I say at home, I mean with her parents.
With her parents.
Yeah.
yes.
'Cause everyone lives at home. It's your home.
Yeah, we know the concept of home, Dylan.
Okay.
It's where the heart is, some might say.
Yeah, I got to see that too. I got to see. I got to meet the nanny
Yeah. I want to see the mommy.
and the mommy.
Okay. Do we know Corinne's last name? Do we know
No,
her?
how has it not came out? Like, I want to know about this company.
It's a flooring company, tile.
Yeah, we know it's flooring.
What kind of rev are they doing? Let
They're
me see
not
that
doing-
rev stream. Commercial flooring.
Their overhead has to be insane. That's all I'm saying about that.
I mean, if you pull in $2 million in rev a year, can that be considered a multi-million-dollar company?
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, if it was 1 million, that would be single million. If it's 2, that's multi.
I'm saying you're going by rev.
Dos Milli.
Yeah. If
It's
you're doing
not-
one task,
Those aren't really impressive numbers.
It all depends on how big the company is, how many contractors they've got, all the subs they got to work with.
I didn't realize Dave was.
Dave, you should probably save this for dudes doing
all the
business.
subs.
Okay, I will. We might have Corinne on Dudes Doing Business. It's not official
Ooh,
yet.
Not official.
We're
Not
working the back
official.
channels. We're working the back channels. Chris Harrison has not emailed me back, but we're trying.
Do we have anything else?
He
on
would
this
be the
episode?
greatest podcast guest
Chris
ever.
Harrison?
Yes.
We're open to him.
He's
coming
got
on.
stories.
Dude, yeah. I want to know.
So when they go to these remote destinations, they bring his family, right?
Chris isn't. He's divorced,
He's
isn't
divorced now, though.
Does he have kids?
I don't know.
He's divorced. How long has he been divorced?
he? I don't know.
Not long.
Dave told me this. This
Did
could
I?
be false.
So when is he gonna be the Bachelor?
Oh my God, that's the last episode.
Yeah, the last season.
Last season.
Do you think
That's
he's ever
it.
hooked up with any of the girls?
Are you kidding? It's Chris Harrison. No,
I
probably
w-
not. He's a gentleman.
I bet he has. But I bet it wasn't during the show. I bet like
Once they
after.
get kicked off,
Yeah.
it's like, by the way, you don't have to leave yet. Come back to my hotel.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Girl, you want to come to my hotel? Baby, I'll give you my room key. R. Kelly. He said that.
Dude, you're a straight lyricist today.
Dude, I'm on fire right now. All I want to do is go back to my desk and put on some Chris fucking Lane.
I
wonder
saw,
what-
I
I wonder
saw
what
you
Chris
walk
Lane
in
had to
today with
say
your
about
cold
this
brew, and I
right
was like,
now.
oh, we're gonna get
Yeah,
we're gonna
you
get
got-
musician Dave today.
This is cold brew Dave you're getting
cold
right
brew
now.
Dave is next level. Oh, I thought Mike had a mic for a second.
Oh, here comes Micah, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, what's up, Micah?
Just a couple things. Corinne's family's company is Armor Garage, which does flooring and tile for Fortune 500 companies.
Okay.
When you
It
look
looks
at when
like-
you look
it
at
looks-
Corinne, you think that's a girl I want to build me a garage.
It looks like garage flooring kind of stuff, heavy duty military industrial epoxy flooring. That's what they specialize
That's
in.
hot right
Hey,
now.
maybe there's good money in that.
Although
Probably is.
she's also her Instagram bio is that she's a model and actress, so it doesn't sound like she's running a company to me. I'd just like
Whoa,
to give her
shade.
credit for being a genius, because yesterday the story leaked that she was wearing an engagement ring, and so all the talk was about her. She really set the dialogue in much the same way that Donald Trump does when he tweets first thing in the morning.
Are you saying that she has control over the media?
Yes, I give her credit. I thought she was a moron until yesterday, and now I think she might be a genius. I'm with Will.
I thank you. I think she might be a genius. She gets it.
I have a question for you guys. Don't say it, but do you know who wins? Have you seen spoilers yet?
No.
Will,
I do know who wins, yeah.
you do?
Mhm.
Okay.
And I would recommend, if you see a tip in your email, Dylan, from TSM, delete that tip. We
Wow.
received an email today,
I deleted it. Yeah.
Today?
and they say who it is.
Keep your tips to
Thank you.
yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I probably shouldn't even have brought it up. Now someone might come at me on Twitter. I
Yeah,
shouldn't have
no.
said that.
I wasn't going to bring it up ever because last time somebody just sent me a DM and just outed it for me. So.
That's just
That's
wrong.
sorry. We're
That
trying to
is
do a
sorry.
show
Yeah.
here, guys. We don't want
Uh,
to compromise the integrity.
Did you guys Did you guys play in our fantasy league this week?
I forgot to do the question.
I forgot to do the questions as well.
Yesterday was a.
I haven't looked at it
interesting
since week 1, by the way. Sorry.
Yeah, I will
day.
say
We
this:
had a-
I set my final 4 girls and the winner before I found out who wins, and I only did okay. I didn't nail it, but that's to be expected.
Okay.
You can't join our league anymore. Our
No,
league
you
is,
can't.
I
It's
think it
too late.
finishes the 10th or 11th top league.
I think I know who wins.
This league's only going to get bigger, by the way.
Why?
Just,
You-
I mean,
I don't think you literally
in the seasons to come.
Oh, okay.
I think I know who wins.
Okay. Well, don't.
I'll keep it to myself.
Yeah,
I just
keep it
think,
to yourself.
I'm trying to figure out who's going to be the next Bachelorette. I'm assuming it's going to be from this pool of girls.
I'll tell you that if Vanessa does not win,
Oh, she's prime.
she's prime candidate.
But at the same time, like I feel like they need some diversity.
It's time. It's,
But
But I don't
it's
think any of
2017.
I don't think those girls like out of the minority groups in this one, I don't think any of them are shining bright enough right now to do it.
Rachel her name's Rachel, right?
There's Rachel and then the
Jasmine.
Jasmine.
I feel like Rachel would be a great candidate if she had a little bit more personality.
She's
Well,
not
she's not
crushing.
getting the
She's not
airtime.
crushing the season right now.
I
She
feel like we're
does-
going to see. I don't know this, but I feel like towards the end we're going to see a lot more of her. I think she might be a candidate for
She's
hometown
kind of a
dates.
dud, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I think she's.
I
I think
think she's
she's a take home to mom kind of girl, but I don't
No,
know. If she's
totally.
Got, I don't know if she's got entertainment written all
She
over
doesn't
her.
have TV star written on her.
No,
That's my
I like
point.
Jasmine. Dude, Jasmine has a little bit of an it factor. I think Jasmine's got star quality to her, and you know it makes sense. She's got the dancer thing.
Yeah, I'm not sold on her. I'm not sold on building a season around her.
Well, Vanessa's kind of. I like Vanessa. She's got the great backstory.
She's too good for the show, though.
She's too
She is.
good, and and it might be kind of boring.
Yeah,
an
I
entire
agree.
season because
She's not crazy enough.
she doesn't. So far there hasn't been. She doesn't have that variable where she could just switch it.
Corinne's too crazy. Vanessa's not crazy enough to have her own season.
Yeah, Corinne. No.
JoJo wasn't crazy,
That's
right?
true.
Was she?
Yeah, but she was
She's
something.
super hot.
Yeah,
You know
that's-
what though? You know who was crazy? KC and JoJo. Crazy, crazy, crazy about you, girl.
Okay, I mean, name one genius that ain't crazy.
Okay, if you put JoJo is far and away better looking than anyone on this current cast.
Yeah, but you even said you didn't think she was all that good looking in the beginning.
JoJo
of
and
her
Raven
season.
kind of have similar facial
Raven
structure. What?
She's okay.
I like Raven,
I like Raven.
They're not even close to each other. in
except for her
looks.
name's Raven.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a bad. Well, JoJo's a terrible name too.
That's true.
I ain't
I
gonna
know it's a
wipe up a
nickname, but-
Raven. I'm sorry.
Get you a girl who skates in quads and blades.
God, get you a
She
girl
can
who
do
can do
both.
both. Thank you. Yeah.
Can a girl have a bad enough first name to where you would like? Nah, I'm no longer interested. in
I
you.
would have a very hard time
I knew a girl
being
named
with somebody who had the same name as my sister.
I
I
knew-
wouldn't like that. That would bug me.
I
wouldn't
grew up
bother
with a
me.
girl named Fanny.
Fanny.
There was a Fanny in my elementary school.
That's
that would
poor.
probably be a deal breaker.
That's
Fanny
poor.
Ruff. Come on.
Fanny Ruff.
Get the H out of here with that. Fanny. Take the F off,
Oh,
mom and
Fanny
dad.
Ruff.
Don't do that to your kid. Who's your bad and bougie pick of the week?
I don't even know what that means. I know Migos.
Well, it's
sings
both
it.
bad and bougie.
I mean, I feel like it has to be Corinne. Like that's what she is.
Is this who we think is pulling out ahead, or just our favorite?
It's our who is both bad and bougie.
I think I would have to go with Corinne as well.
You got Corinne's up there. Yeah, she's one, and I think Danielle, salon owner, is two.
Yeah, she's a player.
The dress she wore to their little cookie or whatever it was, their dinner date after the cookies, was
They
very.
went to an
revealing.
art museum, Dave.
Oh, an art museum. Whatever.
I do have to say though, she's a bit of a caker.
Cakes on the makeup.
Yes,
Wow.
she wears lots of it, in which I don't have a problem with, except for I wonder, what's under there? What do you hide?
Yeah.
Gotta wonder.
Gotta wonder what's under there.
You don't have to wear makeup.
I'll say this: Josephine is also a caker.
Her days
She
are
put
numbered.
she put on a lot of makeup.
Her days are
yesterday.
numbered.
They are. It's amazing she's still here. She's younger than Corinne.
I'd like to see him chilling with no makeup on. That's when they're the prettiest.
Hair
I hope
tied.
that they don't take that wrong.
God damn it!
Is that a Chris Lane lyric?
I think that's a Drake lyric. That's an old school Drake lyric. I don't know why I know that.
Because every single girl posted it on Twitter at some point
Yeah, that's
in
true.
their Twitter career.
And I'm on cold brew.
It's
Excuse
true.
my cold brew today. Let's end
Do
it.
we have anything else?
Get the hell out of
Let's
here.
get the fuck out of here.
No,
All
we're
right,
done.
if you don't read our regular recaps, you need to start. They're the best, most electric recap on the internet.
I bet you're already reading them because everybody's reading them.
Everyone's
Facebook's reading them.
Facebook fucking loves these things.
Yeah.
Puts it out to the masses.
Yep.
I don't know. His name's Crick Watson, MD. Follow him on Twitter. He's got some fire that he puts out there during the episodes as well.
He's a good follow.
I personally start the episode a half hour late so I can fast forward through commercials. But by the end, I can read all of his tweets, and I enjoy
I watched it
them very
live
much.
last night. It kind of sucked.
Gotta fast forward through the commercials.
All right, where can we find you, Will? Plug yourself.
You can find me at Will DeFreeze.
You can
on
find
Twitter,
me.
Instagram.
Nice. At D Carter Ruff Twitter. At D Carter Ruff Snap. At DC Ruff Instagram. David Ruff LinkedIn. Respect This Network. Dylan, where you at?
You're just disturbingly good at that at this point. D Shivery on Twitter. That's CheverEre. Those are 4 E's.
Yes.
They don't touch each other. They're non-consecutive. See how that
Nope.
works?
Nah. I mean, yeah, I do see.
Check my bio for my other stuff.
Yeah,
That's all
you
I
do
got.
the work.
Yeah,
You got to work for
You
it.
can find me. I'm out there.
We out here.
Follow Postgrad Problems. Submit. Whoa.
Submit.
Subscribe to the podcast. Hit us with that review. See you guys next week.
Yeah,
Or
we need
later this week, actually.
Yeah, we're going to talk to y'all Thursday. Maybe
Thursday or
Friday.
Friday.
Who knows?
We'll see.
See about it.
We might just see you next Tuesday. Bye.
Oh, that was funny. I saw what you did.